Sonny, just talk about going against Auburn, playing point guard as much as you did. How did you feel like you performed?
I mean, we didn't get done. That's all I can think about. We're definitely feeling the miss of. We're definitely missing C out there. We all feel it. It's just a different role that I had to play this time, especially more of a point guard, kind of bringing up the ball down the court every time. And it just feels different, to be honest. We really miss him on the court. We miss all his production from assisting or even scoring or all the great things that he does. So, yeah, we just got to adapt to it now and try to find other ways to win.
I think you played 39 minutes. Do you ever get tired?
In the game, most of the times I really don't feel it. I'm just in the game, to be honest. I'm locked in. But then once the game ends and then I get home and I kind of cool down, that's when I feel it. And I'm like, whoa, that was a lot of minutes.
What do you remember about that run in Tampa last season for the SEC tournament?
It was fun, for sure. It was a great run. We were together. It was a team that was having fun. I remember Tampa was beautiful. It was like a sunny weather. It was pretty warm, and it was a really, really great trip overall.
What do you think you guys can do to kind of make a similar run this weekend or this week?
I think the main thing last time we were in Tampa was we had pretty much like it's a championship game. Every single game that we played, we really didn't get ahead of ourselves and look forward. We're just playing one game at a time, and I think if we want to win it and do the same thing again, we're going to have the same mindset. This time we're going to have to play one more game that we did last year, but I think it's going to help us to get a more rhythm going into the tournament.
Do you think the experience of winning in Tampa helps this team this year?
Yeah, for sure. I think the experience that this team has built over the past 3 years that we've all played together, it's going to help us down the road, not only from the SEC tournament last year, but from all the games that we played together. I think that's it has built us to this point, and I think we have a really experienced team. A lot of players have been playing together for a long time now that trust each other, and then, like I said, we're just going to have to stick together, go through adversity that we've had a lot this season, and then just try to stick together, have fun again, and get it rolling.
Santi, you said that you feel it the next day when you wake up from playing so many minutes. How do you combat that when you're playing a game the next day or every other day moving forward now?
Well, we haven't get to that part where we play one game every day like it's in the tournament, but just first of all, getting great rest. The eating habits is definitely also something really important. So eating healthy, getting rest, and then taking care of your body on the spare time that we have. It could be either doing normal takes or whatever it might be. The trainer will tell us, and that's all we can control.
Rick mentioned sitting down and watching the film as a whole for the season. Just what do you feel like you and the team took away from that film session?
Say that again?
Rick mentioned that you all the last day or so sat down and watched the season as a whole, went back and watched the season or the film. What do you feel like you and the team learned from that film session?
It was definitely a good session of film. I think the whole team learned a lot of things. We're in a point where nobody can get their feelings hurt. We're at a point that we know it's go time now, and you either learn from the mistakes that you did or you're going to get kicked out of the tournament. And we've been through it, so we know it's a harsh moment. It's harsh in film, but that's why I'm saying that you can't get your feelings hurt, because it's even harsher once you get kicked out of the tournament for not correcting the mistakes that you were doing in the past games or during the season. So I think all of the guys are mature enough to understand that we're here to get better, and there's not a lot of margin for error at this point of the season where it's one game you lose and you go home. So, yeah, everybody's trying to learn the most they can.
How important is fixing the defensive stuff that went wrong at Auburn before you head into the postseason?
That was definitely another big teaching point that we had. We know that we can be a lot better in defense. We showed it during the whole season. So that's something that we're going to have to fix. We talked about it, some certain points that we got to be better at, and we're going to work on it now.
Santi, you may not be able to answer this now. Have you given any thought to next year at all? I mean, you have the option to come back. Is that something you'll decide later?
No, I haven't thought about it, to be honest, yet. Keep every door open, but I haven't thought about it that far.
When you look back at the Auburn game, is there any one thing you feel like, hey, I could have done better in this area?
For sure. I think we all could have, especially coming down the 4 last minutes. We have some plays that we should have done better at. That's a point where we were kind of used to Sakai taking over at the end of the games and everybody playing off him. And then it was just a little different not having him out there. And there's definitely a lot of things that we could have done better. Give a lot of credit to Auburn too. They played a great game. They have a great program, but that was definitely a winnable game. So yeah, just learn from it at this point.
Anything different you would want to do as a point guard?
At this point, I think we have so many guys that have length and they can like bring the ball up. That we're gonna probably stick a little more to that. Not only have one point guard, but whoever has the ball, just bring it up because we trust everyone with the ball. And then from there, just start offense. And that's also going to help for people like me or Tyreek or other guys that might be in the spot where we got to take the ball up every time, not to get so tired.
Santi, how do you prepare for a game when you don't know who you're facing? Do you scout both South Carolina and Ole Miss, or do you just consistently work on yourself?
No, at this point, I think we just work on ourselves. And then once we find out we're going to play, we'll work on it. We have the advantage that at this point of the year, we had already played both of the teams. So especially South Carolina, we're playing twice. So you kind of have an idea what to expect out of the teams. But I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to us getting better and not so much worrying about who we're going to play. And I think that's what we're going to do.
2 more. Everybody good?
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Santi.